good, buddy? That's not good.
Oh, so much better. You're just looking. If you could just grab my friend safety lamp, we're out.
These cool gob walls are off of the old workings. They built these to regulate the airflow. They didn't want good air going into the old abandoned workings. It was harder to ventilate the mine that way. Here's where we came from. This is such a low mine. That looks like fun, doesn't it? That's why they built gob walls. The gobbing wasn't done all the way or was non-existent, I would bet, under that collapse. But where there's gobbing right there, the roof has not come down. Let's see what's on the other side of this gob wall. Around the small gangway here. Oh my, it's a gangway that's like totally collapsed. Can't see it on the camera, but in the very back it's roof to floor. Whoa. Look at this small working. It's my flame lamp. Totally collapsed behind it. That is little. Main haulage gangway, 1800s era. All animal power for moving the coal down here. They actually lifted all the rail up. Probably the bootleggers scrapped it or used it somewhere else in the mine. Nice gob wall to the right hand side. Little side working to the right hand portion of the gangway. Nasty collapse up there. Everything was robbed out. That roof is in bad condition in this portion of the gangway. Whoa, that would have been a tunnel. Yeah. Toast. That's what you don't want to go under. Do not go under that. That's neat how they drove this gangway. Looks like a little archway, almost. A natural one. How do you like that roof? More like the wall. Looks like it just flopped off of the wall. Whoa. Not looking good. So you can see how low this is. Look at the condition of the ceiling. Wow. Bad. Really bad. I mean, I'm on my knees here. Impressive. This mine was very angry in this spot, that's for sure. Yeah, what do you think of that D-Lam spot there, huh?
That's wild.
Roof was just like, landing on the gob wall. Smart. That's why you build it all the way to the ceiling, though, so it doesn't even come down that much, but you did better than that spot there. Just looking over all these gobbing walls. It's just a little bit of voidage where they mined and then it goes to another collapse. Whew.
Hey there.
Hello. I'm filming you.
Close.
Oh, man, that was long.
A long time I was gone.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you all about it.
All right. So I found this spent carbide in this small crosscut off of one of these main haulage gangways. And I was always wondering why I'm seeing these old school Prince Albert tobacco tins from like the early 1900s, 20s, 30s. And it dawned on me. They would smoke the tobacco, and then when it was empty, they would put fresh carbide fuel in it. So it would act as a carbide lamp flask. They called them flasks. And this guy never got to use his carbide fuel. It's a shame because it was brand new at the time. And it's like cement now. It should be like a powder. So this is amazing. This is 100+ years old. And this guy brought this extra fuel down here and he never used it. He never came back. I wonder what happened to him. But here we are, 100+ years later, finding it. And look at how short it is down here. They had rail in here. This is track, or it was track, and you can see where the mine car wheels cut into the clay. My hat is off to him. But here's that Prince Albert carbide flask. Look atop it. Never got a chance to use it. It's too bad. Look at that number 12 on the wall. That's from the 1800s. Working number 12. Some sort of manway or even possible muleway, but probably a manway. Wow. We're on the other side of this gob wall. We're just on the other side of it. Always blows my mind. This reminds me of an anthracite coal mine. These gob walls off of manways. Whoa, not pretty. Not pretty at all. How's this for claustrophobia? This should be all open. That's something else. Can you imagine how loud it would have been? Would have been like, boom! Wow. And often people were under these collapses when they occurred. So you can imagine what that would do to you. Luckily, the roof is okay here. We always scope this out before we confront a cave-in of any sort. You know, we assess the situation. But that is sketchy. We're not going over that. Nope. It's always nice just to sit down and stretch out because you can't stand up in this mine. And this was like a small haulage tunnel. And everywhere they robbed off of these small little gangways, tunnels, whatever you want to call them. And you have the collapse. And because of the robbing to the left and right, it also spilled out into the gangway. And a lot of times the gangway just collapsed too. So we're right near the second opening. There's two openings right by each other. And we've deduced that this was the manway. Look at it! Look at how small! Was this a mine for babies? Going to work with their pickaxe and lunch pail and teapot oil wick lamp. Not for real. I mean, these were grown men, but what is going on here? I know that they had to save money, but man, that stinks when right at the entrance or portal, you basically have to belly crawl into the main gangway, and that's only maybe 5 feet tall at its biggest spot. So, wow. And we know it's a manway too because it goes right to the second opening. But look at how they didn't rob the coal. They didn't mine into it. They didn't mine coal, leave coal, mine coal, leave coal. They just cut this tunnel through the coal. And that was so the roof would stay up. They needed the manway to be stable. Wow. But this is just something like, look, I can't stand up at this thing. It's misery, pure misery. God bless them. 1870s, 1880s. Really something else. I feel like we're back in time. Closest thing to a time machine, right here. All right, so we're continuing down the manway towards the second opening itself. And it makes a sharp turn. And as I was illuminating the manway, crawling essentially on my knees, I was thinking about how I just did a prior clip joking that this was a manway for children. But you have to wonder, because this was the 1870s, 1880s. Child labor was going on well until the early 1900s, till about the early 20s, right around World War I, so like 1918-ish. But this is just madness. Look at this. I'm sitting. There's the roof. That's a horrible way to start your shift, crawling through this. And they only had teapot oil wick lamps. They didn't have hard hats, maybe a leather cap, but the teapot oil wick lamp probably gave out as much light as a Zippo lighter. So, that's rough. They didn't have lighting like this. Call this the children's manway. The baby manway. There you go, the baby manway. Unbelievable. That's a hard way to make a buck. So here we are again, pushing towards that second opening. They even built a little baby gob wall. It's not load bearing. I don't know why. It looks like they just chiseled something out slightly, but they paid attention to detail in this mine. Craftsmanship is really good. And again, it was all done by hand power. Nothing mechanized. Even the bootleggers that came down here, it was all hand power. Crazy low. Low vein belly crawl manway. We're in the baby manway here. I hate to call it that, but it's true. The baby manway. Too old for this. Ooh. So we're in the baby manway. And there's a gob wall here. And they put boards up to contain the gob. It's more like clay and small rock and mine dirt, if there's such a thing, just like a clay. But it's holding all that back, acting as air brattus. Look at these pickaxe marks. Whoa. Looks like they were just done yesterday. Just when you thought the baby manway could not get any smaller, we're more close to the portal, and guess what? It got smaller. What? I mean, it's cool, but it's terrifying at how small this was for those poor guys back in the 1800s. This is like a hard rock mine out west or something. It's driven through solid rock for the most part. Coal, too, but it resembles a hard rock tunnel. Look at those planks that they put over the water here. This water must have always been an issue. So these wooden planks are 100 plus years old. That's really impressive. Wow. Speechless. This is like the only light they would have had. It's about a teapot oil wick lamp. Flame height. Can't believe this is a manway. More like a crawlway. Army low crawlway. Unbelievable. Wow. This is how they drove this manway in this same exact type of lighting. The flame was naked, meaning there was no glass around it or wire mesh gauze. But this is the kind of light they had. Wow, we're recreating history, man. I'll come towards you. God, that would be such a miserable existence. Can't see anything. Madness. That looks magnificent. Main haulage. This was the main artery for this section of the mine. This was for traveling coal cars with mules and the little boys who would have driven the mules. A once very busy tunnel, forever quiet. Wow, this resembles an anthracite mine. Whew. That's weird. Coal veins on the left-hand side, standing in the old rail bed. Really looks like an anthracite gangway. Currently at eye level. Whoa! But yeah, they robbed right past this coal pillar because that is an intact pillar. And there's a nice gob wall. But they probably pulled everything in there and boom! That is small too, because here's my eye level. It's kind of unsettling. Here's my foot for scale. They look like finger marks, like someone was being dragged. Huh. Weird. This resembles an anthracite mine. Look at these bituminous pillars. And then it goes up like a small internal slope. And this is bituminous. It shouldn't be going up any grade. But it's going up a small grade there. Whoa. Weird. This looks just like an anthracite working. What? So does that one. That looks like a little manway or something. God, does this look like anthracite? This does not resemble a bituminous mine at all. That coal is pitching upward. The design is very anthracite. Even the gobbing with the timbering. This is really, really throwing me off. I feel like I'm in the Wilkes-Barre Scranton area or something, but I'm nowhere near there. This is weird. So yeah, the roof is doing almost like a little roll, but it drops off this working and then it goes into like a small tunnel and there's gobbing from floor to roof and then the coal vein picks back up. There's an intact pillar. Oh wow, there's timbers. And they're sloping down. It's like a small internal slope. This is odd. I feel like I'm in an anthracite. What? What? Have I been teleported? Yeah, this is really, really strange. For real. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So it's kind of sloping downward. We came from here. And look at that vein of coal. It's a nice pillar. And it goes back. That gobbing is really something else. Really nice pillar of coal. They had brought tracks up here. And I'm on my knees. You can hear my head on the roof. Whoa. What an interesting working. Does not resemble bituminous, aside from that sulfur streak going through it.
Wow.
Wait till you see this working, though. It's odd. This looks like an anthracite working. It's pitching. Can you shine your light a little bit to the right? It's pitching down. If you come over to the left here, it's going up. It's weird. I don't know. It just has the feel, too, of an anthracite working. It's really cool to be in a Roman pillar bituminous mine, you know? A little too low for my liking, however. I couldn't work like this. My neck is bad. My back is bad. I'd be like, after a week. They'd have to get rid of me. Yeah, I can't. I'm so tired. I can't even talk. I'm like, I can't even think of my words because you're crawling this all day, and this is big. This is big. So it just wears you out. Like the anthracite mines, you can move and it's not that bad. You're just walking around like a big tunnel. This is like, wow. At least the air is good. And I love this. This is cool, but I would not want to do this all the time. This is like a special mine where you come here only so often. Yeah, tell me that doesn't look like anthracite. Just goes down. Intriguing. That timber has seen better days. But look at that coal in the back. It's laying flat, like bituminous normally does. But where the coal would have been, there's this geologic abnormality. I don't know bituminous mines all that well. I don't know if this is common or not. Phew. That's really cool. It looks like there's some coal on the bottom of it. And something was going on here. It sounded like someone was walking, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Creepy mine. Are you serious?
It's weird. Look at that shadow on that timber. It's cool. And this is going up a slight pitch. Very weird. Very slight grade, maybe 1.5%. Oh my god, that gobble wasn't there before. Someone sealed us in. That roof is beautiful, but it's deadly. And that coal, shockingly, goes up the mountain. And it actually goes to collapse. Oh, no. You can actually get by it. It continues a pitch upward. That is odd for soft coal. Whoa. Here's how we get out of the mine. Right there. Horrible. That's the entrance and exit. Thank you so much for watching.